Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Today I'm really excited because I'm doing a full first impressions on the new brand Col-Lab. This brand is sold exclusively at Sally Beauty. It is a collaborative brand. So basically I think it was maybe like 7 to 10 different beauty influencers here on YouTube and things like that. They kind of collaborated and created a brand, I'm sure under like one type of brand, you know, thing or whatever. But I will say that they came out with a bang. They have literally everything you could ever imagine. They have tools like a sponge and some brushes. They have a micellar water. They have an eyeshadow primer. They have literally everything you could imagine. Different foundations, different finishes, different concealers, different like blush formulas and cream contours and bronzers and eyeshadow palettes and trios and eyeliners, mascaras. Like, it's literally everything in a makeup brand. This brand just came out with right out of the gate, which I do appreciate because I think that some brands, like, they just kind of come out with like one thing at a time, which if you're just like a single person doing a brand, that makes a lot of sense. But when you do have this many people and these many hands kind of in the pot, you can come out with just like all of these products. So I was really excited. I first heard about this, I believe, from Coffee Break with Danny here on YouTube. I'm sure if you follow any of these influencers, you have seen and heard about this brand. Like I said, it's sold exclusively at Sally's. Definitely sign up to be a Sally member, like a reward member, because you do get cheaper prices on things. I want to say it's like a 20 cents difference. So it's not a ton, but it does save you a little bit, and it's free to sign up. It's just like completely a rewards thing. It's not a credit card or anything through Sally's. And when you do sign up, you do get a $5 off coupon to use on your next purchase. So that could be a great way to try some of these products as well. I'm excited to share with you guys my first impressions. So let's just go ahead and get started. All right, guys, we are going to go ahead and get started with eyes. I picked up this Palette Pro eyeshadow palette in Best of the Day. It is the super warm palette out of the collection. I think they had 4 different ones. They had a more like a warmer, just neutral one. They had like a purpley one, I think like a more smoky one, and then a more just kind of like standard neutral, no warm, no cool, just kind of normal. Or so maybe there were 5, I don't know. But so there were 4 or 5 in the collection, but I picked up this one just because it was the warmest one, and also it was kind of giving me modern renaissance like vibes, and so I kind of wanted to, if I really liked this, I wanted to see maybe if it was a dupe or like similar, if you could get kind of similar looks at least. So we are going to go in. I will say the only shimmers in this palette are this one, and then this one has a little bit of shimmer in it, but the rest are mattes. So I also really like that. So I'm going to go in with this one right here, just as my transition shade in the crease first. Okay, so they're pigmented, but they're not overly powdery or anything, which is nice. Like, you can see when I put my brush in, there's not like a whole lot of fallout, which is good. So if you're somebody who doesn't like fallout, you might enjoy these. So we will see. I will link everything I can find down below as always, and so you guys can see the prices and things like that. Okay. So that's the first shade we're going to go in with. And now I'm going to grab, I think, a little bit, let me just kind of clean this brush off, of a smaller brush, and we're going to go in with this orange right here. And kind of just put that, oh, whoa, that is very pigmented. Let's tap that a little bit and just sort of blend it a little bit lower than that first color we put on. Just gonna put it a little lower, but still in the crease. This palette is super appropriate for fall, obviously, because it's like super warm and stuff. Which I feel like where I live, we're getting out of fall already, which is annoying, but I feel like we have fall for like 3 weeks and then it's winter. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for the crease, I think, as of now. I think I'm going to take this shade, and you know what, I might just take it on my finger, because I usually like to do shimmers on my finger. It's a really soft shimmer, which I like. I mean, not soft in the sense like, oh my gosh, you're gonna put your finger in it and it's gonna break. I guess smooth is the better word to use instead of soft. It's very smooth. It's not chunky at all, which I like. It's pigmented, it goes on really evenly. So far, this eyeshadow palette is like really impressing me. Okay, so now that the shimmer is on, I'm gonna go in with an even smaller brush. And, oh, what do I want to do? I might take the hot pink just a little bit. That one had a little bit more kick up to it, but I might have pressed harder too, so. I mean, but still, not a lot. Nothing like a Lorac or an Anastasia shadow. So, not that I hate those formulas. I love those formulas. It's just different, you know? Okay. So we're just going to blend that hot pink kind of down in the outer corner and then up a little bit in the crease. I'm going to take this dark matte brown right here. That one again, a little bit more, but it might be because I'm using a denser brush, like a little bit more kick up. And this is just an angle brush, and I'm literally just kind of stamping it and blending it right on the outer corner. Just to add a little bit more dimension. Darken things up just a smidge. Okay, and now I'm going to take the first shade we used again and just sort of blend up a little bit because I feel like we lost a little bit of that blend. This kind of brings everything a little higher, but it also just kind of blends everything like together a little bit. So far, I really like the eyeshadows. I think they're pigmented, I think they're smooth, they're not chunky, they blend really well. I'm really, really into them. So I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera and do my eyeliner and my mascara because I did not get anything from this brand as far as eyeliner and mascara goes. So I will go ahead and do that and then I will be back and we'll start on the face. Okay, I lied. We're not gonna do mascara right now because my eyeliner is still wet. So we'll do that later. So let's go ahead and start with the face. I'm gonna take the Fundamental Smoothing Base Primer, whatever. This one was the one that had smoothing on it, obviously, and it said it blurred pores and everything like that. I think they had like a hydrating one. What else? I don't know, something else. So I'm just going to put this right where my pores are. It doesn't feel like a typical pore minimizing primer, you know, like it doesn't feel super silicone-y or anything. It just feels... or like I feel like it doesn't have like a whole lot of dimethicone in it or anything. It has dimethicone in it, but it doesn't feel like a lot. And it's like a peachy kind of tone. It's not necessarily like clear or anything. I'm breaking out so bad on my chin. It's disgusting. All right. I mean, to be honest, I don't see how it smoothed everything, but... yeah, I don't know about that. I don't really feel much of a difference, to be totally honest with you, but okay. Now I'm gonna take I got the matte foundation, so they had a luminous one and a matte one, and I got the matte one because I am oily. So it looks like this. You can tell the difference. It says Meet Your Matte Velvet Foundation. But what I was going to say is you can tell the difference of the foundations with the packaging. The matte has a more like matte glass type of bottle, where the luminous one has a more just kind of like your typical glass bottle without like the frosted on it. It does have a pump, which I'm super into. And I got the shade Ivory. I don't know if I said that. It's at 02, so this was the second one in the line. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. All right. Oh, darn it, I got it on my shirt, and I was going to wear this shirt to work. Guess not now. So I just pumped some on the back of my hand, and I got a damp beauty sponge. And I'm going to just kind of move it around on my hand a little bit. I like to just kind of thin it out so I don't get one huge glob on my beauty sponge. And then just start pressing it into the skin and blending it. Okay, so very first impressions is I would say that it is a medium coverage foundation at best. I am going to try to build it up just a smidge. It's not a super like moussey type consistency or anything. It kind of does feel similar to my Fiona Styles Matte Finish Foundation that I've been using lately. It just reminds me of that kind of consistency where it's like not a straight up liquid, but it's not a straight up mousse either. It's kind of like in between a little bit. So I tried to build it up around areas that I needed a little more coverage today. And it did okay. I'm not blown away by the coverage, but I'm also not hating it. I think it's really good. Honestly, for foundations and me, like normally I decide if I like them or not based off of how they wear throughout the day. So we will see about that. Now, I did pick up 2 different concealers. I got one of the No Flaws Under Eye Concealer. These were all in kind of like peachy tones. I got just the shade Peach. I think there was like a light peach, a peach, and then maybe like 2 other ones. This is a lot of concealer for an under eye corrector. This is 0.23 ounces. I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot. So we're going to see how this feels. Oh, it feels really creamy, but like a little thin still. It is a little like, I got the peach because the light peach looked really light. And, you know, I like to get a darker corrector sometimes because it really kind of corrects the area better because I don't want to lighten the area. I want to correct it. Ooh, this is good. I like this corrector a lot because it doesn't feel super thick and like greasy, but it also corrects and covers really well. So far, so good. Okay. I don't know, you guys. I don't hate that. I mean, obviously, it's not going to stay this way. I'm going to blend it out. And this is a glass jar. I just like slammed it down and made me a little nervous. I was afraid I was going to break it. Okay, so I just kind of blended that in. And then I got one of their No Flaws liquid concealer. And I got the shade Beige Tan 0405. Like if this is the 4th or 5th one, like I think this is what you're supposed to use if you're 04 or 5 in the foundation. I mean, that's really light, I feel like. So I mean, they had like some concealers that looked like white. So it has a flat doe foot. So I'm just going to kind of draw this on right here. I guess I could have gotten a lighter shade, but some of them were so light it like kind of scared me. I was like, I don't want to look like really intense right now, you know? I don't want to look like a ghost. There's not a whole lot of product that comes out on the doe foot, so I did have to re-dip a couple of times. Oh, got it on the eyeliner. Great. I'll have to fix that. Okay. I feel like the coverage isn't great. It does feel a little bit thin for some reason. I don't know. Like it just doesn't feel, I mean, it doesn't feel really, really thin, but it also doesn't feel like super thick. Kind of just feels like a normal concealer, to be quite honest. Okay, so we're just gonna blend that in. I did get just a smidge on the eyeliner that I'm gonna have to fix. All right, I mean, not terrible, not great coverage, but not terrible. And I actually did not get a setting powder for this, or from this brand. So let me set this. I'm just gonna use my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Sweep and Lock powder. Just gonna set it a little bit. Okay. So I feel like the corrector definitely was, I favor that over the concealer as of now. We'll see how this stuff wears. Okay, so to set the entire face, I got a pressed powder, and I got the one that I think I was supposed to. So it said, it said Ivory Sand 0203. So I think they kind of have like a lot of foundation shades and then maybe some different like powders and concealers and stuff to correspond with, like, you know, foundation shades that are right next to each other. I do feel like this powder looks a little dark. I don't know, maybe not. So this is the Kill to Shine pressed powder, and I'm going to take this on a big fluffy brush. It does come with a sponge, but I like to set my face with a brush and just sort of put this all over. Okay, everything is set. I do feel like the under eye, I don't know, like it feels a little darker, right? It looks a little that way. I don't know. I mean, my face feels smooth, but I don't know if that's from the primer or the powder. I don't know, but my pores don't look smaller. Didn't blur those, I don't think. So, any hoosers. Okay, we got bronzer, blush, and highlight from this brand. I got the powder bronzer. Let me open it here if I can. Here we go. There were only 2 shades of bronzer, at least in the display that I saw. I think they had some like cream contouring things, but I did not pick up one of those. I just got a powder bronzer, and I got the shade just Major. There's not like a 01 or a 02. I thought this said 02 on it because it's the second one that I got, or the second one, like darkest. And this was like the darkest one that I saw. And as you can see, it's not really dark. So we are going to see what this looks like. I'm just going to take my e.l.f. mineral powder brush here. Okay, bronzer and face powder were super powdery, just a heads up. And I'm just going to sort of take this lightly. Okay, it's super warm, so just a heads up. It's a warmer bronzer, which I don't mind, but just full disclosure, this is the Sun Obsession Sculpting Bronzer, so I don't know if I said that or not. I mean, so sun is in the name, so it makes sense it's kind of going to be warm. I still kind of put a warm bronzer where I'm supposed to contour. Okay. I don't feel like that looks bad, though. I don't know. What do you guys think? Wish you guys could, like, tell me. I don't know. Maybe I'll blend it out a little bit, because I feel like it's looking maybe a little patchy. I don't know. Maybe that's better. Okay. For blush, they had a couple different blush formulas. I think they had some that were like more pigmented, and then they had the ones that I got, the formula that I got, and this is the Soft Spot Sheer Blush, and I got the shade Just for Fun. So this is a more like cooler toned pink. So I'm going to take it right there. Okay, very pigmented. That's pretty. Blends really nicely. I like it a lot, actually, this color too. almost just kind of like blended itself a little bit, I feel like. Like, it just looks really good. That was a really easy blush to apply. I probably did too much because, you know, that's me. So, let's just blend it out here. Okay. And I got a powder highlight from them. They had some liquid ones, which looked really pretty too, but I tend to use just powder highlights more than liquid ones. I just feel like I like liquid highlighters a lot, but if I have an option of like which one to buy, I'll probably buy a powder because it's just faster in the morning. To be honest with you, it's faster to use for me anyway. And you know, it's just, yeah, that's pretty much it, really. It's just faster. So I got this is the Filter Highlighting Powder in Uncensored. I think this was like the middle one. I think they had like a lighter one and then a deeper one. So I'm going to take some brush here. I'm just going to take my e.l.f. highlighting brush. So dab right in here. Ooh, that's pigmented. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really, really pretty. You guys see that? I don't know. Hopefully. Try this side. Oh yeah, there you go. See, you guys can see how pretty that is. It looks really natural on the skin. It doesn't look super chunky or anything. Okay, that's a little much though. I'm highlighting the crap out of myself today. Okay. Let's blend again. God, I always do too much of everything in life. Okay, so moving on to brows. I got a brow pencil from them because I actually needed a brow pencil. And this is the Shape and Shade Brow Pencil in Ash Brown. The outer packaging looks rather warm. So we will see. It is one of those thicker kind of like triangular shaped applicator or like pencils. Okay, it doesn't look that warm. I don't know, we'll see. It does come with a spoolie though, which I appreciate. So we are gonna brush through these brows. And I like how the spoolie's kind of small and it actually does a really good job at combing through. Huh, okay. Really pigmented, I'll say that right off the bat. It's a pigmented brow pencil. I feel like it's pretty creamy. So I don't know really how I feel about the creaminess of it. I think it's just something that you need to be aware of when using it, because if you use too much of like a harsh hand or whatever, it'll be a little, I don't want it to look sharpiness, you know. I don't want sharpie brows. Probably should have gotten a lighter color, but they had like 2 lighter shades and they both looked like they were going to be way too light. So I didn't do that, which I probably should have though, because this is looking a little dark, but that's okay. Okay, so there's one brow. Man, this spoolie is nice. I don't know what, but I like it. Okay, brows are filled in, and I actually really like the consistency of this brow pencil a lot. The shade I think might be a little dark for me, but that's okay. We can work with it. All right, let's move on to the lower lash line. So I'm gonna go back in with this palette, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this deep red shade. I actually didn't use this on the upper lid today, but I wanna use it on the lower lash line just to kind of see how it goes. So I'm gonna take this on just a flat shader brush. They do have some brushes in the whole Col-Lab line as well, but I did not pick up any of those because I don't need any more brushes in my life. My goodness, I have way too many as it is. Probably need to declutter some. So I just really want to, you know, you guys know me. You know I don't really get anything unless I'm really interested in it. And I really like want it, you know? Okay, that is nice. It's like not super red. It doesn't look like I have pink eye or anything, which I like. And then I'm gonna go in with the first shade that we used and just sort of blend that shade out. I don't want it to be like really dark today or anything. Okay, and then for the inner corner, what I want to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this shade right here. It has a slight sheen in it, but it's not like overly metallic or anything. It's a nice like bright shade. I like that it's a more of a cream kind of color and it doesn't pool, you know, super white or anything. And I'm going to put that on the brow bone as well. Okay, so now I'm going to hop off here and do mascara, and then I'll be back to do the lips. Okay, so all I did off camera was set my brows with some clear brow gel, mascara, and then I added a dark brown eyeliner just on like the outer half of my lower waterline. So now we're going to move on to lips. I got a lip liner. This is the Lip Contouring Pencil in Petal Pusher. So let's do a little swatcheroo. So it's just kind of like a nice rosy shade. These are lip liners, by the way, that you will have to sharpen. Okay. And then I'm going to do the Satin lipstick in Yes Ma'am, which is it's kind of a lighter rose shade. Oh, but it's already kind of like tilting, which makes me nervous. Okay, this lipstick, it's like already coming out of the thing. Yikes. And to be honest, it went on a little patchy. And it feels a little dry for a satin lipstick. I mean, it's a pretty color, but I don't know. Right off the bat, formula ain't my fave. Okay guys, so that is this look with all these collab products. I will be doing check-ins throughout the day, so stay tuned for all of that stuff. So far, right off the bat, like very first impressions, I would say the two things that I am like hating would be, not hating, the two things that just like did not impress me were the primer and then the lipstick. I just am not a huge fan of those. Everything else, like I really do like the blush and the highlighter. The eyeshadow palette was really good. I really like the under eye corrector. And then I do like the brow pencil formula. So I would say these are kind of like my favorite things at the moment. And then the bronzer, concealer like this, the powder, the foundation, and the lip liner are just okay. I will have to see how the foundation wears throughout the day. So I will be doing check-ins. So like I said, dropping the glass thing. Thank God I have carpet. All right, you guys, I think that is a signal that I need to get dressed for work. So I will catch you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so it's funny, I'm wearing a scarf and a green jacket just like I was in my last like video that I did a little check-in, and I'm in the car again. I actually just ran out to get lunch on my lunch break, and so I thought I would do a check-in. I feel like everything is wearing pretty good. I feel like I look like orangey under here. So maybe that's the corrector peeking through and I didn't do a good job at concealing it. I don't really know. I do feel like my brows are a little dark today. But the foundation is wearing pretty well. Everything is wearing pretty well. I mean, I haven't blotted or powdered or anything, and it's now around noon, and I put this makeup on around 7 a.m. So it's been like 5 hours. So, for not blotting or anything, I think it's going okay. And I actually did blow my nose, TMI probably. And I feel like it wore off a little bit right there, but I mean, come on, that's to be expected with any foundation, so I'm not like getting on it about that. The lip stuff though, okay, someone just pulled up next to me and I'm talking to myself, so they're gonna think I'm crazy. But the lip stuff though is not amazing. I just am not a fan of the lipstick. But that is it for now. I will probably check in with you guys when I get home from work around 5 today because it's Friday, so I do get off a little bit earlier. So I will check in around then. All right, guys, it is the final check-in. It is about 4:45, and I put this makeup on around 7. It is Friday night. I know I'm probably not going to want to do check-ins anymore today, so I just thought I would finish up this video now. I haven't blotted at all today, and the foundation is wearing really well. I would say I do feel like the blush is kind of gone, and maybe even the highlight a little bit. The eyeshadow is still really looking good, and so are the brows. And I really do. I like this foundation a lot. I feel like the concealer is a little dark. I don't know how much you can see it in person, but you can definitely tell in I don't know how much you can tell on camera, but in person it definitely looks a little dark. The lip stuff wore off when I was eating and stuff like that throughout the day, which typical, it's just a regular cream lipstick. But I honestly did not want to reapply it just because I really hated it. It said it was a full body lipstick, and in my opinion, it was not like fully there at all. It was more sheer, and it was really waxy feeling. I just did not like it at all. And even the lip liner, it was just okay. It wasn't my favorite. The Flower Beauty ones that I reviewed in my last video are actually a lot better than these. So overall from Col-Lab, I would say the things to try would definitely be the eyeshadow palettes. That is for sure my like favorite thing that I tried. I did like the foundation and the powder, the matte finish foundation and the powder. I really liked these as well. The blush, the highlight, and the bronzers, they were good. I don't know if they're like a favorite, but they're good. I'm definitely going to play with these a little bit more. And then the eyebrow pencil was actually a really nice consistency too. So those are the things that were definitely my favorite so far from this. And I did like the under eye corrector. I thought it was a nice consistency. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked it and want to see more of my videos. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.